Children, in yesterday's video, we discussed about squares and perfect squares. I told you and explained you the difference between squares and perfect squares. Squares can be of natural numbers, whole numbers, decimal numbers, integers, rational numbers, as well as for variables. Whereas perfect squares are the squares of only, or we can say exclusively, of natural numbers. And another thing that you studied, how to check whether a given number is a perfect square or not by the method of prime factorization. Now today what we are going to do is the properties of perfect squares. What are the properties? What do they possess? What are the special features of perfect squares? So, coming to the properties of perfect square, the first property says the numbers ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 are never perfect squares. That is, if you want to take example, let us take some examples. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. This number is ending with 8. So, it cannot be a perfect square. Another one, 1, 3, 4, 7, 2. This number is ending with 2. It cannot be a perfect square. 4, 3, 7. Ending with 7. It can't be a perfect square. And if you take 1, 3, 3, 3, this number is ending with 3. So, it is also not a perfect square. Now, the question arises, why the numbers ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 are not perfect squares? The question is, why the numbers ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 are not perfect squares? Children, just now we have studied a property that the numbers that are ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 are never perfect square. Then question comes to your mind, why it happens so? Now just look at this pattern where I have written squares from number 1 to 9. Square of 1 is 1 into 1, the unit digit is 1. Square of 2 is 2 into 2, that is 4, unit digit 4. Square of 3, 3 into 3, that is 9. Square of 4 is 4 into 4, that is 16, so unit digit is 6. Square of 5 is 5 into 5, that is 25, so unit digit is 5. Square of 6 is 6 into 6 is equals to 36, unit digit is 6. Square of 7, 7 into 7, unit digit is 9. Square of 8 is 8 into 8, that is 64, so unit digit is 4. And square of 9, 9 into 9, that is 81, and unit digit is 1. Children, if you look at the pattern carefully, what you will find, whenever we have written the squares of a numbers 1 to 9, in no number at units place you could found 2, 3, 7 or 8. That means the numbers that are ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 are not perfect squares, because in the square of any of the numbers from 1 to 9 you don't find these four numbers that are 2, 3, 7 and 8. Am I clear? Now coming to the next property. Property 2. square of an even number is always even. That means if you take example, the least even number is, if you start 2, square of 2 is 4. 4 is an even number as well as 2 is also an even number. Now you take another number, say 4. Square of 4 is 16, which is again an even number. Take little large number, square of 12, that is 144. And 144 ending with 4, so it is also even. So this way we can have number of examples where we can show that square of an even number is always even. Next property, property 3, that is the square of an odd number is always odd. Means whenever you square an odd number, the result will be again an odd number. Examples for this: the least odd number if you consider, that is 1. So 1 square is 1 into 1, that is 1. 3 square, that is 3 into 3, which is 9. This is also an odd number. This is also an odd number. If you take off 15, square of 15, that is 15 into 15. 225 ending with 5, it is again an odd number. And likewise we have number of examples to prove that square of an odd number is always an odd number. Now another property of perfect squares, that is property 4. It says that square of a proper fraction, square of a proper fraction is always less than the fraction. Now, there are some children in the class who might face problem. What is a proper fraction? Though you are doing since class 3 onwards, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but still there is a confusion. What is a proper fraction? What is an improper fraction? So, proper fraction is the fraction whose numerator is lesser than the denominator. Proper fraction is a fraction whose numerator is lesser than the denominator. So, let us consider an example of fraction, say 2 by 5. Here is a proper fraction. 2 by 5 is a proper fraction. Now, we take the square of 2 upon 5, that is 2 by 5 into 2 by 5, that is 4 by 25. Now, how to check whether 2 by 5 is greater or 4 by 25 is greater? So, children, by using the comparison method, use that comparison method 2 by 5 and 4 by 25. You have two ways. Either you can make the denominator same or you can go for cross multiplication method. Like I prefer cross multiplication method. It is easier for me. So 2 into 25 and this side we have 4 into 5. See, when we perform cross multiplication, numerators remain at their places and denominators they cross. Numerators remain at their places and denominators cross. So ultimately you have got one side it is 50, another side it is 20. So which is greater? 50. And the side of 50 is we have 2 by 5. Which proves that the proper fraction is always greater than its square. In the next video, we will continue with the remaining properties. Please like, subscribe, and if you have any queries till these properties, what I have taught, put it in comment box. You will be replied back. Thank you so much.